First, I want to wish everybody a happy MLK Day. And I think about this story every year, but when my son was 5 years old, he was in kindergarten, he came home a couple days before MLK Day, and he came home from school and he had this really sad look on his face. I said, "What's the matter, buddy?" He said, "Well, Monday is Martin Luther King's birthday, and I didn't get an invitation." So I hope if there was a party today for any of you to get invited. But in all seriousness, it is a great day. It's a great day for our league. It's a great day for our country. It's one of the best days of the year for the NBA. You know, we celebrate the game. We celebrate Dr. King's legacy and his impact. And I have to say, I'm really, really proud to be part of the NBA. I'm proud of Adam Silver's leadership. Proud that the league is so progressive in terms of really promoting tolerance and equality, and they back it up. You know, it is truly from the heart. And I'm proud of our players for the work they do. And I just want to say thank you to all the people out there who are working towards all those ideals, not only in the league, but everywhere. Teachers, mentors, philanthropists, a lot of people out there doing wonderful stuff. So thank you. And with that, we'll move on to pick and roll coverage. So who wants to start?
Not quite yet. Do you sense that there is any particular significance this year for MLK Day?
Do you want to expound on that?
Well, I mean, given the events are coming up on Friday and just the way things have gone the past few months in our country.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a divide right now, and so I think today is full of significance in terms of reminding everybody to be compassionate, to be empathetic. I was looking at some of Martin Luther King's quotes this morning, and one of them that I hadn't seen before that was really simple and to the point was, "We may have all come over here on different ships, but we're now in the same boat." And I thought that was really well said. It's a reminder that we are all products of our environment. Some of us are much more fortunate than others. And I know from my own life that there's no way I'd be sitting here without the family support that I had and the upbringing that I had, and so many people are left behind. And so it's critical for people to have compassion and have empathy. And I would hope in these times with so much anger and divide that we'll be reminded of that today. Pick and roll coverage now? Yeah. All right.
All right. My name is Rashad Bradford. Work for UIODC. How do you handle mistakes as a coach?
My own mistakes or my players?
Both.
Both. It's a good question. I think that mistakes are part of every game. They're part of life. Nobody's perfect. I think the biggest thing is to recognize mistakes and then try to correct them and do it unemotionally, do it practically. And that's what we try to do with our players, point out things we can do better. It's what we do as a staff. We analyze what we do each game and each practice and the mistakes that we make, and just kind of keep moving forward, keep trying to get better every day.
Playing Steph and Durant for much longer periods, is this something you're going to stick with? Do you like the way that's working, and do you like the way the other side works with Draymond playing with Clay in other segments?
Yeah, I mean, every game's a little different based on matchups and based on what's happening on the floor, maybe foul trouble or the score of the game or whatever. But I think it is good to get KD and Steph together a little bit more, get them more and more comfortable and together. And we've tried a lot of different combinations this year, and we've been very successful. But we're still experimenting, and we still will we got 42 games left, so lots of time to keep looking at different things, different combinations, and yeah, we'll continue to do that.
Coach, I know obviously a rivalry game, regular season, you don't want to put too much out there as far as your playbook out there, but how do you balance the fact that this is the second time you're playing this team and maybe you may face them later down the road? How do you balance putting in new things to see and make sure you don't put too much out there?
I think that's a little bit overrated, honestly. I think, you know, you might have a play or two that you save, but for the most part, you kind of are who you are. You know, you're going to play the way you play. You want to emphasize your strengths, and you know the other team wants to do the same thing. So I don't really look at it like, you know, boy, we've got these 15 awesome plays we got to hold on to, you know, in case we happen to see them in June. It's it doesn't. I don't really think of it that way. I think of it more in terms of, you know, let's execute, let's play the way we play, and impose our will on the game, and see what happens.
Sort of similar to that, since the Christmas Day game, some of the emphasis has been on not just trying to think what would work against Cleveland, but more think about what you guys are strong at doing. Is that your emphasis? Has it been have you heard this from the players? How has that conversation kind of happened?
I've talked to individual players about things that I think they can work on, and I've talked to our team almost every day on you know, what I think you know, the things that are important for us. Playing with pace, playing with great energy and urgency, and taking care of the ball and rebounding. I mean, stuff that I talk about all the time with you guys, but it is easier to really lock in on it and to focus on it after a loss. It's easier when you have a couple of days of practice, and so hopefully we'll come out today. We're rested, and we had a good couple of days, and we've emphasized a lot of things over the last couple of weeks. So let's see if it comes to fruition. That'd be great.
Right in front here. If you put on tape of Kevin Love from recent games and compare it to, I'd say, going into the finals last year, what differences do you see? Is he significantly better integrated into that team?
Yeah, I mean, he's much better integrated now than he was, you know, say the first year. I mean, this is his third year there, I believe, right? And even now, from a year ago, when we played in Cleveland, right about a year ago, almost exactly, I think you can tell he's more comfortable, and they like to go to him early and get him going, and the continuity that they have now compared to a couple of years ago is apparent.